Okay, and welcome to the Final Fantasy trading card game starter set Final Fantasy X. I'm Craig, and this is Michael from
Michael. Hi.
Hiya from Dice on the Cake. So this is the second unboxing of hopefully a 3-part video set of all 3 starter sets being unboxing. So again, on the back there, got all the details what's inside. Not much else on the box apart from the 2 coloured bands here showing the 2 affiliations, which is water and wind.
Yeah, something that I didn't say in the last video, but obviously the artwork's been deliberately bare to keep it nice and similar to the cases of the games that you'll be familiar with, the sort of stark white artwork.
So open this up.
A lot easier that time than the last video.
So we have a nice play mat in here. On the back of the play mat we have a deck list for every starter deck, showing you exactly what's in there, how to play the deck, and what cards to add to
Improve it.
Improve it, that is the word. Lovely. You get one of these in every starter deck, and also a nice starter guide with all the rules on there and how to play.
Nicely illustrated as well.
Which is done very well. Lovely. And let's get down. As you notice, this one's open because we had a technical difficulty filming this before. So this is the second time we're filming this. Okay, so we're starting off with Tidus.
Or Tidus, as some people like to say.
Or Tidus.
I prefer Tidus.
Yep, I'm more of a Tidus kind of guy. Water,
yep.
Tide. I'm going with
that. So you might have noticed his ability there is comboing, as a lot of the signature cards from these stars are. He combos with other Final Fantasy X characters. He's cheaper for every other character that's already out when you bring him out. If you control Yuna, Tidus gains Brave, and if Yuna gets killed, puts into Break Zone, basically you draw 2 cards. So lots of cool stuff from combos there.
Okay, so he starts off at 6 CP, and I take it he goes down 1 for every Final Fantasy.
Just 1 for each category X forward.
Yeah, nice. And 9,000.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so Shuyin.
Shuyin from Final Fantasy X-2. So he's from he's kind of the antagonist from Final Fantasy X-2. As you can see, he bears a striking resemblance to Tidus. So he Yuna finds a sphere of this character and thinks it might be Tidus, so goes on a search to find out more.
Okay, yeah. So he's an EX. So he has an EX burst. When Shuyin enters the field, choose 1 forward of cost 3 or less. Sorry.
Just so, yeah.
So he's an EX burst, and when Shuyin enters the field, choose 1 forward of cost 3 or less opponent controls. Return it to its owner's hand.
So you can bounce some stuff out, which is quite nice.
I'm sure everyone knows this. Yuna.
A summoner, of course, so of course it makes sense that she combos with summons. When you cast a summon, you can dull, which is turning sideways, Yuna, and if she was active, and if so, you can draw 1 card. But this effect can only trigger once per turn. So even if you stand her back up, you can't do it again.
Right. Okay. But she's very cheap.
Yep. 2 CP.
So, and this deck is very summon heavy, so you definitely want to be getting her out early to get a full sort of use of her. Okay. So next one is Len.
So another summoner, from the same time as Shuyin, and she's wearing the dress sphere that Yuna wears at various points through Final Fantasy X-2.
Okay.
She's a singer. She's kind of a pop star of her time.
When your opponent casts a summon, activate Len.
Yeah, so you can stand her back up to use her for CP again.
Very
She's
nice.
a backup. and there's Waka, and there's a little bit of trivia for you, that he is voiced by the same person who voices Futurama. Voices Bender, sorry, in Futurama, John DiMaggio.
Okay, so Waka, when Waka attacks, choose one forward you control, and to the end of your turn, it gains 1,000 power for each forward you control.
And then we've got his limit break, his status rules. You choose one forward until the end of the turn, it loses all its abilities and its power becomes 1,000. So you can really debuff.
Yeah, very nice. Now we're coming on to the common cards of the deck.
So these cards we've got out so far are starter set exclusive. You can only get them from the starter sets. The only alternative to that is you can get them as holo cards, as premium cards as they call them. You get one in one holo card in a pack, so the chances of you getting a starter one are pretty small because it could be any card in the whole set.
Okie dokie.
So the common ones coming up now.
Yep, so these obviously you'll find in Opus 1 themselves as well, and again they're common. So, what? Evoker.
So just cheap CP generation basically. Get them out in the field as soon as you can and use them to play bigger cards and better cards.
So a couple of points here while we've got some of these laid out. The banners on the top with the names, you've got the dark and the light banners. This is a quick way for you to look at a card and see if it's a forward or backup, with the dark being forward and the light being a backup. And from these cards here you see which are the standard units. You've got Evoker here, you've got the 3 cards at the top right hand corner. Basically when you're playing a named character, normally you can only have one of those on the field at once, but when you've got a job role like Evoker and it has this symbol at the top, you can play up to 3 of them on the field at the same time. So the next one, card I really enjoyed using when I was playing the Japanese game, was Knight.
So Knight works really well when you party up, which in Final Fantasy TCG, if you've got characters of the same affiliation, like these are all water, you can partner them up in sort of 2 or more, and you combine their attack power, and they attack as one unit. If you do that with Knight in the party, then he takes the damage first, before any other character. So you can use him to defend some of your bigger stuff that you don't want to lose.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Next we have Viking.
So a nice cheap card to bring out. Not much damage or attack, but when he enters the field, you draw a card, so it sort of replenishes itself.
Yeah, no, it's a nice little card.
And you can sort of see the theme of water of card draw, really.
Yep.
Each affiliation has its own sort of theme.
So we've got Geomancer.
So Geomancer, this is artwork from Tactics. You've seen the artwork from Final Fantasy 3 and the ones we've just shown. And when Geomancer enters the field from the break, when it's put from the field into the break zone, sorry, you draw a card. So again, more of that card draw.
Nice.
And 6,000
yeah.
strength. So
And only 3 CP, so very nice.
And here we have the signature summon of water, Leviathan, being featured in many of the Final Fantasy games as the sort of signature water summon. So it makes sense for him to be here.
Yep, so he's an EX for 3 CP. EX burst is choose one forward, return it to its owner's hand.
So an even better bounce than shooting. Just return that powerful card. Somebody else has got their cloud or their Sephiroth down. Nope, back into your hand it goes. Don't forget, guys, that EX burst is when something goes into the break zone. If that card is EX, it triggers its effect as well. So it's a nice little comeback mechanism.
Yeah, very nice.
You don't have to pay any CP for it.
Nope. Okay, going on to the wind cards of the deck. So we have Brother.
The originally
apologise there, but I have another one.
named Brother. This is Riku's brother from Final Fantasy X series, although this is actually from Final Fantasy X-2, because you can see he's a member of the Gullwings, which is the group that they form in X-2.
Okay, so when brother enters the field, you may search for one category X forward and add it to your hand.
So a nice way of getting Una out nice and early if you didn't draw her in your starting hand. You can get brother out in the field and find Una quick as you can.
Yeah, that makes sense. Very good. Valfor.
This is Una's summon from Final Fantasy X, her first summon. As you can see, it's an EX. Deal 3,000 damage to all the forwards opponent controls. If you control Una, activate all the backups you control. So, a nice way of getting some more CP out to pay for more summons.
Yeah, very nice. 3 of them as well.
And because if you've comboed Valfor with Una, you'll have hopefully drawn a card that will be a summon that you can then play again.
Yeah, very nice. Combo run up very well. Pain.
This is Pain from Final Fantasy X-2, and as you can see from her ability, she combos really nicely with Una and Riku, who in Final Fantasy X-2 teamed up together as a part of the Goldwings YRP, Una, Riku, Pain. So she gains, she draws a card. If you put Pain into the field when Riku's already out, you get to draw a card. If she enters the field and Una's already out, sorry, that's the wrong way around. Sorry, when when Pain enters the field and Una's already out, you get to draw a card, and when Riku's already out, you get to activate 3 backups. So this is kind of the theme of the Wind affiliation, is making your backups and your forwards stand up again, and then they can obviously generate more CP and attack again.
Yeah, very nice. So yeah, so you want Una and Riku out first, really. Drop Pain and yeah, get some great benefits from that. So Barreleye.
Yep, so Barreleye, whereas the sort of main protagonists of Final Fantasy X-2 are the 3 girls, Riku, Una and Pain, the 3 guys are the leaders of their respective sort of factions that took over after the end of Final Fantasy X. They're sort of the counter to them.
Okay, so he's a backup, so 2 CP there. His ability is, if you dull him, to put Barreleye into the break zone and choose up to 2 forwards and activate them. Which is very nice. So
there we have Riku in her thief gear from Final Fantasy X-2, and as you can see, comboing with Una and Pain again. So Riku gains 2,000 power and cannot be chosen by summons when Una's out, and gains 2,000 power and can't be chosen by abilities if Pain's out. So if both of them are out, she's going up by 4,000. So it takes up to 10,000.
yeah, it's nice when you got all 3 of them out. Yeah, very nice.
Combo. That's what I like to say.
So we're moving into the commons now for the Wind faction. Evoker.
So again, the cheap and standard, it's in every faction, every affiliation, sorry. Just a nice cheap card to get in your starting hand and get out nice and early.
Yeah, that's it.
Start generating that backup CP.
So, Sylph.
Sylph from Final Fantasy Tactics, a summon, not usually seen in a lot of the series. You choose one forward, she's got EX burst again. Choose one forward, activate it. All the forwards you control gain 1,000 power until the end of the turn. So quite nice little stand up and boost to attack there.
Yeah, very nice. So, Devout.
So this is the sort of upgraded version of a white mage, just as the mages in the fire set.
5 CP, so yeah, very, very dear.
But a really good ability, basically raise. So when Devout enters the field, choose one forward of cost 2 or less from your break zone and play it onto the field. So you can bring something back from the dead and play it straight into the field. And surprise, surprise, look who's only 2 cost.
Una, which is who you want to be there all the way through the game. And Ballarat, yeah. Okay, yeah, there's plenty there. Knight, yeah, there's plenty there. Okay, so we have Ninja.
Popular job from the series. For 1 wind energy and discard 1 card from your hand, you can choose one forward and deal 2,000 damage. So obviously, as long as you've got cards and mana and CP to pay for it, you can do repeating lots of 2,000 damage.
Yeah,
and obviously a 6,000 attack.
6,000 for free isn't bad, is it? And lastly, Archer.
So another standard unit from Final Fantasy Tactics. Then it just has first strike, and because that's the only ability, it's gone into a bit more depth about first strike. Basically, it deals its damage before it receives damage from the opponent. So if you can break an opponent, then you don't have to take damage back, which is always nice.
Okay, yeah, so that's the Final Fantasy X starter deck there for you. I hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe and like the video if you liked it. And
yeah, don't forget to put any comments down on the bottom underneath. Let us know what you thought of this deck, what you think of the combos and the synergy, and how you think it's going to play. What would you do to change it? What would you add in?
yeah, lovely. Thanks guys, thanks for your time. See you soon.